Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a Gemini reading for the month of May, and I'm a fellow Gemini, so I did a Cancer video yesterday because my mom is a Cancer and I just kind of felt guided to do that, and it was a good place to start. And so today I'm going to do a May reading for Gemini. So this is for those of you that have a birthday, let's see, starting around mid to late month and going well into June, or maybe you have like your moon or your sun sign in Gemini. There could be pieces of this reading that resonate with you. You know, there could be pieces of another reading that resonate with you as well. And something else that I like to stress is that it's not that there's any magic in the cards. It's more of the intention that's being set with me and with you. So I basically just ask to be guided. I ask Spirit to be guided, to tell me when to, you know, cut the deck, which cards they kind of come to me. Sometimes they just fall out because they want to be shown to you. So yeah. So also let me show you. I have 3 decks as of right now. This one, really pretty deck. I love this deck. It's my newest one, and it is called Sacred Spirit from Anna Stark. Spiritual guidance for your life journey. I love this deck. It's so pretty, and the artwork on it is really neat too. And then my other deck is this here, so pretty too. I love the colors on it, and it's called Oracle of the Unicorns, of course, one of my spirit animals. And then my other deck is this, also very pretty, and it's called Bird Messages, because I've been getting a lot of, sounds kind of out there a little bit, but I've been getting a lot of bird messages in my life, and I keep seeing like 2 geese at a time, or 2 birds at a time, and literally as I'm saying that, I can hear a bird like squawking outside my window. It's kind of funny. So anyways, so let's start with, so today is May 14th, so let's get a message for what's been coming up, what has kind of been in the recent past, maybe the beginning of May or late April, and something that we've been dealing with. Let's see. So we use the Sacred Spirit cards. So for Gemini, what has been coming up? What has been the energy of the recent past? Let's see. Clear and activate. Create sacred space. I'll show you what this looks like. It's also the number 9. Yeah, clear and activate, create sacred space. And I'll kind of go into each one of these here too. And there's a little reading with each one in a book, so we'll go over that. Let's see what else. For the recent past. Maybe something you've been focused on. Sacred divinity. There are 2 paths ahead. Wow. Okay. So, and the number here is 30. So I don't know if this is, well, something that I'm personally into is angel numbers. And so I'll post a link on, her name's Joanne Scribes, and she has a website that I'm constantly looking up angel numbers, and I keep getting some similar number patterns repeating. And so I'll go and look at it, and it's like the message that I need to hear, like right then, right now. It's been a little overwhelming, but in a really good way. It's almost like confirmation. So, and you know, maybe this resonates with you too, but this is something that definitely, both of these cards resonate with me, but 2 paths ahead. It's like 2 choices And for me, it's like the light and the dark. And you know, I don't really believe in duality, like in a dark, but I do feel like on this planet Earth and in this 3D plane that there is a light and a dark side, that we, you know, we've come from like suffering and, you know, internal struggles that we've had, we might be wrestling with on a daily basis, especially lately with the energies about. And it's like, you know, you can moment by moment, every second, every minute is a chance to make the choice about where you want to come from. You know, you can focus on the negative, and guess what? You're going to get more of the negative, or more of what you don't want when you're putting energy into it. It's like energy flows where attention goes, you know. And actually, there is something that I wrote down that just came to mind that now I'm feeling guided to read. And this was from a Tina Spalding video. Wherever you put your energy, it will grow, because that's the creative force that has been given to you. You are made in the image of God, or universe, or that which you would call God. You are endlessly creative, but choose where to put that focus. So, you know, if you're putting out positive vibes and focusing on what you want, you know, with emotion and living from your heart center, those are the things that are going to come back at you. And if you're focusing on the opposite, you're going to get the opposite, you know. So let's see. So that's some past energies coming up. Let me get the book out too, and clear and activate, number 9. And like I said, on the number thing, if you're seeing any like repeating number patterns, like maybe an 11 or 1111 or 2233, that kind of thing, or like, you know, seeing a bunch of 12s, or just basically repeating, if you're noticing patterns repeating, there's probably something there for you, and that could be looked into, because you're probably getting a message. So clear and activate, cleanse your environment, create sacred space. And I know this is something that I've been focused on personally, so maybe, you know, another thing too is that whenever you watch this video, whenever you come to videos that have guidance on them, there's no wrong time. It's like, yeah, yes, maybe I'll post this video today, and maybe you won't see it for another 2 weeks, but it will apply to you then, or you might realize that it applied to you at this time, but you hadn't found it yet, you know. So I'll find videos from like 2015 that are coming up in my feed, and I'm like, oh, what's this? And I'll click on it, and it'll completely apply to me, and I'll realize that it was like 4 years ago. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I was meant to read it at this time, you know. Cleanse your environment, create sacred space. Everything in the universe consists of energy. It is in a continual state of creation and recycling, adapting and changing to its current environment, interacting with everything that it comes into contact with. There are many ways you can clear and activate chakras, energy fields, meridians, power centers, and your higher self. Energetic clearing applies to all areas of your life. The collective energy, physical exchanges, psychic information, spirit contact, and your home or workplace can be very overwhelming if you don't prepare yourself for these levels of interactions. Let's see. Activating and clearing the energy centers through meditation will improve your mental endurance. I know that's been true for me too. I keep getting the meditation guidance card, and I'll notice that the days that I take time out to just sit quietly with my eyes closed and literally do nothing, those are the days I have really good days. And the days where it feels like life kind of gets in the way a little bit, and, you know, I'll be like a squirrel mind, if that makes sense, or like the monkey brain that's just like the symbols going off, you know. So the days where I take time to meditate and just sit quietly, even if it's for a minute or two, even if you have to like go into the bathroom at work and just be there by yourself for a couple minutes, you know, to me that's you're taking that time for yourself, and it's a very kind thing you can do for yourself. Let's see what else. Let's see. Mudras, meditation, and exercise are beneficial to creating energetic balance within the physical body. hang on just a second. I'm gonna shut this window because hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So somebody is kindly weed eating outside, and I appreciate that, but it's not the best when I'm trying to do this reading for you. Okay, so clear and activate. So currently, and this was from the recent past. You may have been feeling emotionally sensitive, hypersensitive to your environment, including the weather. Take positive steps to create an energetically supportive environment and understand the relationship with self. Talks about switching focus, not being caught up in gossip, jealous conversations, participating in lower energy activities, because none of that stuff is going to benefit anybody. It's actually just going to lower the energy and bring everything down. And even as I talk about it, like I can feel that energy like vibrating low. So raise it back up. Don't let repeated dramas and toxic environments get you down. Everything is shifting, and if you want to have a better life, allow that to be shifted. Be accountable for your actions and reactions. Sunshine not only warms your skin, it also warms your soul. Spending time outdoors can refresh your mind and bring you back into the present moment. I know I've been doing a lot of that too. Is just I go out and lay in the woods on a blanket and stare at the clouds or close my eyes and just take some quiet moments. Go for a walk in the woods. Negative and imbalanced energies can shift through natural light and atmospheric absorption through plant life. So the shadow aspect of this energy is overreacting, indulgence, and negligence. And the affirmation for this is, I am a clear beacon of infinite, pure platinum white light. It radiates through me and all around me. That's a good one too. Like, I know at the beginning of my meditations, I like to picture myself, divine light, divine love surrounds me, flows in and through me, grounds me to the earth, and then radiates from me to everything and everyone around me. That's one of the things that it's common for me to do that, especially if I'm trying to protect my energy, or I feel like there's some negative stuff around me. I will do that, even in a public setting or before going into public. And I notice that when I forget to do that and I'm in a crowd, I kind of absorb that energy and I get really tired really fast, and I have to like take a retreat and go home and rest. Super interesting. Okay, so that was clear and activate, create sacred space. And again, this is the past energies. And then sacred divinity, the number 30, there are 2 paths ahead. And so this is something, for some of you, it may be kind of coming up, or the current energy, but for others, it may resonate that it's something that you've already chosen, and now you're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. But I feel like I've chosen myself personally. I feel like I've chosen one path, and that's like the path of light and the path of love, and coming from the heart center instead of just being intellectual and and just thinking with a brain. It's like my heart's been freed up and I'm living from a heart center, which feels pretty good. So, okay, sacred divinity. Honor your divinity. There are 2 paths ahead. Embracing your sacred divinity is honoring the divine feminine and masculine that resides within you. Every person shares both aspects of divinity. These are not stereotypical versions of what it means to be male or female. The divine feminine incorporates aspects of unconditional love, compassion, and gentleness, but these are also qualities of the divine masculine. Having expanded our intelligence and consciousness, human beings are no longer critical survivalists. We have evolved and adapted as a collective group. With growing intelligence and awareness, human beings, regardless of gender, can achieve these divine qualities. Men are able to embrace these inner gentler qualities, and women, outward qualities of strength. Connecting to our divine self is to align with the divinity of Source. And Source is capitalized. Divine balance occurs when these dual aspects are in harmony within the body, resulting in a feeling of wholeness. Let's see. Currently, distortion of the divine feminine and masculine has occurred within you. You may be feeling highly analytical or overly emotional. I feel that's been a thing lately. Now is the time to address this issue, as you are weighed down with imbalanced energies. You may feel emotionally disconnected from either the masculine or feminine side. You're being asked to honor the sacred divinity that exists within you. It's kind of like all sides kind of coming together. It's like it's like you are your own knight in shining armor. It's like you're showing up for yourself, and this has been a thing for me too. I mean, I'm a Gemini, so this definitely makes sense, but it's like showing up for yourself, rescuing yourself. There's something really powerful in that, where you can choose to have relationships but you don't really need anybody to rescue you. You know, having that mindset, it's going to put you in a needy state of mind, and that's not a fun energy to come from, or for other people to feel and have that expectation placed upon them. And I realized, for me personally, that's something that I was living in, and apparently I had been living in that, and I just didn't realize it. So yeah, like I said, there's something really powerful about just showing up for yourself. You know, it's like I am the one I've been waiting for. You know, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We just have to show up for ourselves, because, you know, we're here, right now. Let's see, what else? It says, give yourself a special gift to remind you of this inner journey and how much you care about your divine self and well-being. Connecting and creating a strong sisterhood or brotherhood is fantastic, but you must remember you radiate with energetic duality. If you find yourself ignoring or judging this side of yourself, ask yourself what you are hiding. Identify these qualities without judgment and work on healing or balancing these aspects. Let's see. And the affirmation, well, let's see, there's a shadow aspect. Illogical, exploitation, and oppression. And the affirmation for that is, I honor and respect the sacred divinity that pulses through me. I'm digging that. So, these are the energies of the past, or even what you could be kind of coming out of and maybe still working with. So, we'll get a card from this deck for the current energies. Maybe experiencing or guidance that you need to know. Mid-month, May for Geminis. Oh, that one bumped out at me. Number 31, so secret temptation, being led astray. The artwork on that looks super dark too. Ooh. But we'll look more into that here in a second. I want to use the unicorn deck here to kind of get some more. Maybe that has to do with, you know, I'm kind of getting this. Maybe this has to do with the two paths ahead, you know? It's like secret temptation. There are two paths ahead. You know, it's like you could, you know, be led astray. Choose, you know, not to come from love. You know, let opportunities pass you by, or have judgments about yourself or other people maybe. And, you know, or you could choose light and to live from your heart center. Do what brings you joy, do what makes you happy, you know. And I think May is like the month of miracles. I think especially right now, I know maybe this sounds a little out there for some, but I'm definitely tuned into it, and I have a lot of friends that are tuned into it with the moon cycles. I can feel the energies coming. Like, there's some major shifts happening, and, you know, there have been some major shifts happening every time there's a new moon and full moon, especially the month of April and May. It's been kind of big. It's been kind of like big turning points. And so we have one coming up this Saturday, the 18th, I think, 18th, 19th, something. Yeah, this Saturday. So I don't know, big universal shifts taking place, and it could be more of an internal thing that you feel, you know, like an emotional roller coaster. So, oh, well, that one just, ooh, those are good. These two literally just flipped out at me. So, current energies, it's really good. And I'm getting the thing for one more. So, friendship, that's a cool card. So this is the unicorn deck, if you can see that. Let's see, there we go, friendship. So it says, seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing. Huh, I like that. And there's also a rabbit up on the top here, like hanging out on the unicorn. I have been feeling a strong, I don't know, like I've recently met some folks in my life that have definitely made a huge difference, even in the last like month, and I feel like they're a part of my soul family. Like I'm feeling more at home within myself, and you know, I feel like these are people that I'm meeting that I've known before. So I don't know if you believe in past lives. I kind of do, or I definitely do. I'm open to that idea. So I just feel like these are kindred spirits that I'm meeting, or maybe you'd call it different aspects of yourself, but they show up through other people, you know. So I've definitely had some people showing up, and maybe you have as well. Maybe that resonates with you. If you have some new people in your life, or even people from the past that are coming up, and you realize you have this strong connection with them, like a strong friendship, or even like a love, or a romantic love. And then this other card that fell out at me is hope. And this is actually one of the first times that I've had this card ever pop up. So that's kind of neat. So it says, hope, stay positive. The world is behind, or the worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Figure that could be like figuratively speaking, and also literally, you know, look up to the light, like take in the sunlight. We know that we need the sun to survive. You know, and the more time we spend outdoors, even if it's in the shade, like it's going to be good for your body, good for your soul, and to stay positive. And also look up to the light. To me, that's an internal thing as well. Stay positive and look at the light within you, because that's where you're going to find all the answers. You know, don't seek for answers outside yourself. Just look within. So I'm being guided to get one more for the current energies. Current energies for the month of May. Kind of mid-month here, but ooh, that one's popping out. And gentleness. You know, I had this one come up in my daily reading this morning. I usually will do a daily reading for myself, so I think usually if a card pops up twice, it's definitely a thing. So this says gentleness, and I love this picture too. There's actually a closer up picture I'll show you in this book, but be kind to yourself and others, honor your gentleness, and speak words of love. Speak words of love. To me, that means, like, you know, being forgiving and speaking your truth, speaking kindnesses, and speaking from a heart-centered place of love, unconditional love. You know, again, that there are two paths ahead. It's like, speak words of love, don't speak words of hate. You know, don't be judgmental towards yourself or other people, because there's nothing in it for you. You know, bring people up, bring yourself up. Take that quiet time that you need. Stay positive. You know, if there are people that you feel, the friendship card again, if there's people that you feel good around, you know, spend time around them. And if there's people that suck the life out of you, you know, don't hang out with them. You can still love them from afar. You know, I know I've left relationships where, or even friendships where I cared about that person, but, you know, in the past, like, it was bringing me down, so I would walk away, or, you know, and you can still love them. There doesn't have to be a judgment in it, but you know that it's going to serve you better if you know, are having positive energies in your life. It's just going to bring you up. So there was, let's see, in the unicorn, let's see, the gentleness one, I kind of want to, I want to show you the picture of this. We'll see how well it shows up on camera. It's a little closer up, but it's black and white. I don't know, there's just something about that photo that's just so peaceful to me. It's just kind of awesome. Let's see. This card says, the unicorns encourage you to honor your desire for peace and quiet, and know that gentleness is a sacred gift that needs to be nurtured and expressed more often. Sensitivity is an indicator of powerful intuitive and psychic abilities and should be nurtured, not repressed. You know, that's something else too, is like, if you feel like you're getting intuitive guidance from somewhere, it's probably, you know, your higher self or your angels or your spirit guides or God or universal, you know, creator, whatever word you use, but that infinite source of love and light, you know, something's trying to communicate with you if you're getting intuitive things. And it usually comes up through just a thought or a desire, something that you really want. Probably not like a drink or a smoke, you know, because that's like a thing that's just kind of immediate. It's not actually bringing you up, it's eventually bringing you down. But something that inspires you, like painting, you know, reading, writing, dancing, spending time with family and friends and laughing and, you know, playing, things that really bring you up. This painting in the background too, this is a painting that my good friend Chris did for me, and talk about divine timing and all kinds of crazy signs I was getting. I found myself having this desire to paint, and I ended up in the Hobby Lobby parking lot somehow. It's kind of a weird story how I ended up there. I didn't know actually where I was going, but I ended up in the parking lot knowing I had this urge to paint, and I sat in the parking lot for about 10 minutes just kind of, you know, messing around on my phone. I was looking at an angel number and feeling kind of strange about myself, like, man, why am I here? And I ended up walking in at a particular moment and kind of being guided back to the painting section, and I looked at some of the materials and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cheap. And I was like, I'm not gonna buy anything, no, I'm not, you know. And within a few minutes I'd had like an armful of canvases, and they were super inexpensive, a bunch of fun neon paints, some brushes, some basic, like a scraper tool. I don't think I even used a brush on my first painting. It was just all scraper, you know, one of the scrapers back and forth. And as I'm on my way out, I'm completely in my joy, and I'm just complete joy moment. And I can't wait to just play with some colors on canvas. You know, I had no idea where it was gonna go, and if I'd been 30 seconds one way or the other, I wouldn't have met this person. And so when I'm talking about divine timing, like I'm really speaking my truth here. So I ended up meeting this man who's now a really good friend of mine, and he happened to be a professional painter, like legit professional painter, like it's crazy. So anyway, long story short, he I don't know, it's kind of like through him and all these synchronicities, I ended up, my stuff's going into a downtown gallery, a couple of paintings starting like a week and a half from now. And yeah, I had no idea that would go that way, and we'll just see. You know, I'm just trying to have fun with it, be in my joy, and when I feel inspired to paint, I try to allow myself that time to go paint, you know. So it's super neato. Let's see what else. Says, be more willing to speak words of love and demonstrate acts of kindness. Shine your beautiful, gentle light more brightly in the world. That actually reminds me of something else that I wrote down. And now I think I know why I wrote it down. It says, I stay true to my path and continue to soar higher and shine brighter. This shows the world how to do the same. Because that's really what the world needs, like I was saying. Like, show up for yourself. You know, don't expect anybody to come and rescue you. Like, we are the ones we've been waiting for. You know, be that change that you want to see in the world. And it actually allows other people to do the same, you know? So, this has been about a half hour already. So, let's do a quick review, and then we'll do a little guidance card for the future, for the remainder of May. So, you've got clear and activate, and there are 2 paths ahead. This is kind of like your past energy kind of coming up. You can see that. It's, you know, creating space for yourself, maybe beautifying your home. You know, for me, I've got my paintings everywhere, and my room is much more organized, and it feels good and has a good flow. You know, and then this current energy, secret temptation, being led astray. You know, choose light, choose love. Don't allow yourself to get fall into like negativity and fear and thinking about what you don't want. You know, think about what you do want, because that's what you're going to bring about. And right now with the energies, it's a really powerful time to bring about manifestations that that kind of have been a long time coming for you. And I really feel like May is the month of miracles. And then friendship, seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing. You know, don't forget to take time out for yourself. You know, you've got the gentleness and the hope. So speak words of love, stay positive. There's a song that I'm thinking of. I believe in the good things coming. It's called Dark Night, maybe. It's a great song, but it's like 7 minutes long. But it's definitely some good vibes. I had a good friend that also does readings share that song with me. So I'm gonna do an advice card, kind of like what's the energy coming up here in the future for Geminis, for the remainder of May, and maybe even early June, you know. And again, this could, whenever you watch this video is when you were meant to watch it. So I'm told to stop. Freedom. Ooh, that's a good card. And something told me to look towards the bottom of the deck too. So you've got these two. These are beautiful cards too. So you've got this freedom card. Live wild and free. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. And to me, this card definitely, and look how like free she is. She's, I mean, that's awesome. Action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. I think that really, the energies that are around us right now, I feel like we're being divinely helped and guided. And whatever it is you're focusing on, if there's a new business you're wanting to start, or just, you know, some new projects, or you're meeting new people, I think it's time to move forward with some things, and you know, stay positive and believe in the good things coming. And then I've got one bird card here, so kind of some advice going forward. For Gemini, fellow Geminis out there. Let's see. It's in flourish through maintaining tradition. Let's see what this is. So let me look this up here real quick and see what message this has. It says, if I don't even know how to pronounce this, but this is the card that showed up for you. It's the Houtzen. There's a bird expert out there. Feel free to correct that. Let's see. She counsels that cutting edge may indeed cut. That ancient traditions and means of working can not only create ways of life and objects that endure, but also endow great happiness and satisfaction. Consider the valuable lessons of times past and flourish. Maybe that's you know, learn from the past. Don't make the same mistakes. You know, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. Move forward, take action, live wild and free, freedom. So with that, I guess I'm gonna let you guys go, and thank you for watching. This is a new channel, and I know there's some workout things on here. I kind of decided to leave that up, and it's from years past, and it's kind of a part of my past, and you know, it's led me to this moment right here, right now. So I figured I would just leave it up and kind of go with it. So, and if you guys have questions on this or comments, I love feedback. I'll post my personal email. So if you want to get in touch with me in a private message, you can send me an email. And I'm also, something new I'm doing is I'm starting personal readings. So in the month of May, I'm doing like a first reading for free for up to 30 minutes. And then the second reading after that would be $20 for another, you know, half hour. So yeah, like I said, if you have questions or you want to shoot me a message or any kind of comments, please get in touch. And have a great day. Have a great rest of your day, and light and love to you.